What's good, YouTube? We back with another episode. Today I'm going to teach y'all what a tech pack is and how to create one for your clothing brand. And mind you, if you make bags, if you make sneakers, if you make fanny packs, you could literally use this for a lot of things. I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't gonna make a video like this, but I got a message from a random manufacturer I never even worked with. He texted me saying, let me make you a free sample. And I said, shit. Mind you, I've been cooking up some designs lately, so I said, why not? I might as well share this info with you at the same time while I create my own tech pack. I'm not even the type to do all the talking. I'm gonna go straight into the video. So let's go. Before you start even creating tech packs, first you gotta know what it is. Just think of it as a blueprint for clothing brands or designing clothes. It don't even gotta be just clothes too. It could be bags, it could be shoes, it could be slides. It's basically a detailed layout of exactly how you want a certain product or piece. In today's video, I'm gonna be doing it based off a shirt, because that's what I'm gonna send to the manufacturer, but you could use this for a lot of things. Don't listen to anybody. A tech pack may look a little complicated at first, but it's literally just common sense. I would say you can't mess up on a tech pack, but I definitely fucked up on tech packs mad times, so I came to talk. For this tutorial, I'm gonna be speaking specifically on Adobe Illustrator. To me personally, that's the cleanest way to make tech packs, to make it look organized and neat and everything. You can do it on Procreate. Me personally, I prefer Adobe Illustrator. If y'all want a tutorial on Procreate, I can make that. Just let me know in the comments. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go on Google, white t-shirt. That's simple. Go to images. We don't want to use things like this. We can use something like this, but for this tutorial, I want it to look as realistic as possible and official, you know? You want a real brand, right? So listen up, nigga. Alright, so boom. This is a plain white tee and it looks completely normal. Let me give y'all a little tip. You click copy image. When you see an image like this with the background on Google and you click on it and all you see is this gray and white background, that basically means it's transparent. That means the image that you're looking at, for example, this white t-shirt, no matter where you put it on, there's not gonna be no background, you know? Like, you're literally just gonna get the t-shirt. Sometimes you copy and paste the image and you get the background and the actual image that you want, and just don't look right. You gotta do mad work to take it off. But since it's transparent, let's just copy and paste it straight into Adobe Illustrator. Damn, this shit's slow. Now that we in Now that we're in Illustrator, we're gonna click on Create New. We're gonna do 2048 by 2048, 300 PPI. If y'all have questions on why I'm choosing these settings, just let me know in the comments. All right, so boom. Now you here with a white box. Command V. By clicking Shift and on one of the corner points, you just drag and literally you have your image just like that. For me personally, I noticed that on Illustrator, using shortcuts is the key to just getting things done fast. If you use Illustrator, Photoshop, Premiere Pro, once you get into that kind of stuff, shortcuts is your best friend. I kid you not. Alright, so boom. I also went ahead and pasted my image too. And look at that, this is exactly what I mean by the background. But we're gonna figure that out. Image trace, high fidelity. This is honestly like a quick way to basically make your image cleaner. It's not always accurate, but it's just a little quick one too, feel me? You may not see a difference, but watch this. Expand, and then press Command, Shift, and G. That basically separates everything. And watch what I do to the background. I just click on it and drag out. Press delete, it's gone. And now I basically have it without no like background or anything. I click on this because that's not part of what I want. Let's move the t-shirt out the way. And basically now, I basically separated everything so I could be able to take out the background. Now we're gonna put everything back together so I can move it around as one. Because look, if I don't do that, let me show you. Look at that, everything is just separated, and we don't want that. Another thing, Command Z is basically how you redo everything. Like, you could move it right here, move everything to the right, Command Z, everything back to normal. Ain't it crazy how shortcuts work? Basically, Command G, now everything is together. Anytime I move it, it's all at once. Alright, you place this image back, put this, make it smaller. And boom. I also want to put my logo to make it official for me. This is not the final work. This is just a little piece of the actual logo or design that I'm making. I'm not going to show you all the whole thing because it's not complete. And niggas like the teeth shit. Wake up. I'm not gonna lie, I got a MacBook, but this should dead be moving like an Android. No offense to Android users, but I have no words for that. Look at that. By pressing shift and dragging, you see how it scales everything at once. But look how I take my finger off shift and drag it. You see how it deforms? We don't want that. Shift, make it smaller, make it bigger. This is a simple shirt. Like I said, this is not the full design. The full design is gonna look tough, so don't sleep on it. This is what you call a mock-up. This is basically the t-shirt or whatever it is that you have. This is how you want it to look. It's called a mock-up. What you want is a tech pack, where basically you have a detailed illustration of how you want everything. So when it comes to mock-ups, you have to have everything detailed. You want everything to be precise so you don't make mistakes every time you get your sample. So you want to have the sizing, so you want to have the measurements, you want to have your logos, you want to have tags, small little details included. All these things matter because once you get your sample, you want it to look exactly how you want it to be made. So whatever you put on this, that's what you're gonna get. So we're gonna start with sizing. You can go two ways with it. First way, you could get sizing from other people or other websites, or literally get a measuring tape yourself, get your favorite t-shirt, measure every single seam, every single cut, so you could get a precise and accurate measurement of how you want it to fit on you. So me personally, I used to go on a website called Essence and basically get all my measurements from there. I got measurements off of this one sweatsuit. That shit fucked my sample up so bad. Ever since then, I stopped doing it, and every measurement I have is custom made. I literally take my measuring tape for everything. So I'm gonna show you how to do it the custom way. Stop being lazy. You want a clothing brand, you want some designer clothes, you want to create some fire shit, you gotta put the work in. Basically, whenever you look at a t-shirt or any piece of clothing, you're gonna notice that there's little lines across. If you see the shoulder right here, you notice that you have a line right here and a line right here. That's basically like an intersection point. When it comes to getting clothes made overseas, everything is cut and sewn. That's what they call it. Basically, you have fabric from scratch. It don't even look like a t-shirt. It's literally a flat piece of fabric, and they literally cut out piece by piece from the shoulder. You have a small piece for the shoulder, you have a small piece for the arm length, you have a small piece for the body, and they basically sew everything together. That's why it's called cut and sew. The same way they cut and sew everything, that's the same way you're gonna measure everything. The way I like to do it, I like to press P for the pen tool. You have from here to here. That's one. Click on it, and it's like you basically making like a little U shape. You press V because you don't want this fill. Like, I don't know why it does it automatically. You click on fill. Let me teach y'all a little something. You have on the right side, you have something called fill and stroke. Fill is basically the inside, whatever's inside that box or circle. Stroke is literally the outer layer. By clicking on this dash, that basically makes it transparent. There's nothing in there. And look how it disappeared. And then you have stroke. That's the outside. So I want the stroke to be black, and 1 PT basically means 1 point. You bump it up, it gets thicker. You put it down, it gets thinner. All right, so boom. This is for the measurement of the neck side, of the neck length or width, whatever you want to call it. Another thing, from the collar, boom, boom, to the shoulder. That's in one. And then you have the sleeve length, boom, boom, boom. And then you have the sleeve opening. Bump up the stroke because it ain't showing. This is as simple as it gets. You want to be very specific. Because I already did it on the right side, I don't need to do it on the left side. Boom, boom. You want to do it from the collar to the end, so you know exactly how long you want it to be in height or length. And I forgot to tell y'all this, but the way I like to do it, you press Shift O, and that basically creates an artboard. If you don't want to only work on this little box, this little section, you just press Shift O and drag, and now you have your own little section. You click on these two. By pressing Option or Alt and dragging, you can literally copy and paste. So now, the way I like to do things, I like to have one section for sizing, one section for logos, and one section to show you exactly how I want it. Alright, so boom. We got measurements, You also want to do the width. Boom, boom. The fill is here. Let's go take it off and bump up the stroke. It's that easy. If you want to drag the whole artboard, you press Shift O again. You click on what you want. They call it artboards. So you click on the artboard. You drag with Alt, let go, and now it's there. This one we just gonna do for the logos. So boom, you press P, click on the outer, bump up the stroke, and let's click on T for text. A lot of these shortcuts is kind of common sense. T for text, P for pen. They have W for width tool, but we'll get into that in another episode. So what I like to do when it comes to sizing of the logo or design, I like to put W for width and H for height. All you need is one measurement that you know would be more precise. So for example, if you're measuring a design or a logo that mainly goes across the chest, you'll choose width. For this logo specifically, you basically choose one and the other one will be, you'll consider auto. For example, the width of this, I could make 8 inches. Don't copy my measurements. This is just random. If you choose 8 inches and your shit come fucked up, don't blame me. Because if you do the width properly, automatically, it'll scale itself. If you do it by the height, for a width, you put auto. It's that simple. So you have measurements, you have how you want it to look, and you have the sizing for your logo. And I kid you not, by me doing all of this, yeah, it seems extra. There's simpler ways of doing it, but because of this, a lot of manufacturers like work with me because they see how detailed and how precise I want my work to be. And I kid you not, by doing this, you will get free samples a lot quicker. They in business just like you. They want money, so if they see you taking your brand serious, it looks like an opportunity for both of y'all to get y'all money up. Time out. So you're telling me you're still watching this video and you still ain't subscribed yet? You would have been. All I gotta say, hit that subscribe button. Shit not taking bread out your pockets. Shit putting bread in your pockets. I'm teaching you how to make fucking bread, nigga. Teach you how to make bread. Back to the video. Now you have 4 little sections. You have one with just your image or your design. You have another one with just how you want the logo to be. You have one with measurements, and you have one showing them exactly how you want the shirt or product to look. Another thing I like to add, you gotta be very specific. Yeah, you got the width, you got the height, telling them how big you want it, but you gotta tell them how close you want it. So one thing I will tell y'all, like I said, click P one more time, and you wanna measure the distance. Press T for text. I like to put my logo 2.5 inches below collar. Like I said, don't copy me word for word if you don't know what you're doing. That's just my specific measurements. Another measurement is the chest. Yeah, from here to here. So you have the neck, the shoulder, the sleeve length, the sleeve opening, the chest, the waist. Yeah, that's it. If I'm missing something, let me know in the comments. But for the most part, that's how I like to do my measurements. So they know exactly how they want it. Once y'all see the real true meaning behind this logo, y'all be like, damn, that shit tough. Tune in. And basically that's how I like to do my mock-ups. If not, you could make it simple. If you know a specific store that has your measurements correctly, you could go to them. If you like the way Bape t-shirts fit, if you like the way Chrome Heart t-shirts fit, if you like the way Gap t-shirts, if that's your style, I ain't judging, but you feel me? That's on you. Use their measurements. It saves you a lot of time, saves you a lot of work. For example, look, I don't know, what kind of brand is this? Woo Young Me? Woo Young Me, we're gonna choose that. I'm not even gonna lie to you, $150 for this is a little crazy, but I ain't judging it. Who knows how long they've been having this brand for, so when you have your brand for a minute, you build that clout, you could charge that shit forever. Look at that. You go over here, you click size guide, it literally does it for you. What I would do is screenshot every size and just copy and paste them right into Illustrator. But for the most part, this is how a tech pack should be. Matter of fact, let me show you how a real tech pack looks. This is how a real tech pack looks. I don't mind showing y'all these size measurements. Alright, matter of fact, let me go based off of this so y'all really see a real detailed tech pack. One, I go based off of the size. They have something called GSM that basically explains how thick the material is. 300 GSM is probably about this. This is pretty thick. You want to tell them what material. They have cotton fleece, they have French terry, they have velour. You want to know what kind of fabric you're using. Regular t-shirts, they use cotton fabric, so you can use that. Cotton fleece is more for hoodie. You don't want to use cotton fleece on the t-shirt, or else it's gonna have like a little soft interior, and you don't want that for shirts. That's not normal. But I did make one for the winter by accident. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Do I wear it now? No, it's hot as fuck. Would I in the winter? Yes. You wanna let them know what size it is. Just based off of the size medium, they could make every single measurement, depending if they're lazy or not. They could do the measurements themselves to create small, extra large, large, just based off of that one measurement. Because all they really doing is subtracting or adding certain measurements by 1 or 2 points. Like, I don't know how much it is specifically, or else I would have been done it, but it's nothing crazy. You want to let them know the material. I like to use embroidery. You have embroidery, screen print, direct to garment. There's different kind of printing styles. You want to be informed on what kind of printing style you want to use. For t-shirts, people mainly use screen print. If you got a hoodie, you want to let them know the height, let them know the chest. You want to be specific just like this. Even the collar tag. When it comes to doing the tech pack, it's important to know these kind of things, because not only does it save you money, but it saves you time too. The amount of times I missed information and I ended up spending way more than I should because like a small little mistake. The mistakes cost you. These samples cost roughly 40, not even 40. 40 is if you got a really cheap manufacturer. These things could cost from $60 to $200 depending on what you're making, if not more. And one little mistake, you're dropping another bag on another sample. You don't want to start no bulk until you see the perfected sample. By listening to this video and taking notes and understanding what is needed, trust and believe, you save a mad time. Like, I wish I knew this kind of information when I first started. If you're not tapped in, you're missing out. I'm teaching you mad shit. Ignore the crib fit. I run on red. I'm looking mad. I'm not even gonna say Haitian because I'm Haitian. Y'all definitely need to lock in on tech packs. It's very important. I'm trying to make a book bag. I'm making a specific tech pack with so many details. Like, there's no way they could fuck it up. I swear, niggas be mad ungrateful. Like, over here give you mad tips and sauce, and you can't even hit a subscribe button for a nigga. I got kids to feed, I got bills to pay.
What do you mean by that?
Nah, there's I'm guessing this is my outro, because I'm done talking to you, because you was that ass listening, and you was that ass dozing off. But like I said, I hope y'all like this video. I hope y'all subscribe. I got more coming on the way. I just gave you the whole blueprint on how to make a tech pack, and you still watching me. You get the You're not locked in on your dreams because you're scared of what people gonna say or think of you. All I gotta say, stop being pussy. That's the only solution. Just stop being pussy. You still care about people who's not gonna pay you when you broke or feed you when you hungry. You worry about the wrong things in life. That's all I gotta say. Like, the moment I realized the people I was worrying about wasn't paying my bills, wasn't paying my car, putting gas in my car, once I peeped they wasn't doing shit for me, I stopped giving a fuck.